Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Ezra. Today I'm going to be bringing you a pull list video from 2 weeks ago. I'm really sorry. I did have a birthday haul video that took an extremely long time to make, which I do apologise for, but go and check that out if you haven't done so already. I'm going to be catching up with 2 weeks ago and then catching up with my pull lists very shortly. So thank you very much for your patience, but let's get straight on with the first comic that I have. There are 4 in total, and the first one is Wayward, issue number 7. This is the second story arc, and it's the second comic in the second story arc with character O'Hara Emmy. In the first issue of this, you get the feeling that she doesn't have any idea about the abilities, as Rory was in the first story arc. So you've got a brand new character that's just finding out about her skills and newfound powers, with her other friends that she's found as well. It delves into her friends' background a bit that she's met, and the baddies in the comic who actually are starting to plot something here that starts to come to light a bit. But this, again, it's great fun, this comic. Always lots of action happening, new baddies popping up, and they're really interesting because at the back it does go through Japan's cultural history and their mythology, and it kind of explains those along the way. I've really enjoyed Wayward issue number 7. I haven't not enjoyed a single moment of Wayward so far. Make sure you go and pick up volume 1 now if you haven't already done so, and get into Wayward, it's fantastic. Right, the next comic is They're Not Like Us, and this is issue number 5. Unfortunately, this is a comic I am now putting down. I'm not picking this one up again. I've tried my best to keep going with this comic. Now, if you didn't already know what They're Not Like Us is about, it's about kind of a commune of people or youngsters who are finding new powers. They kind of come together, and it's a bit like the Xavier School in X-Men, where they all kind of come together and find things out. But it's a kind of a bit of a shady group. They're not morally perfect, let's put it that way. They do kind of have an underlying tone of darkness in there. And the voice who's their leader, this is where this comic actually delves into his backstory and his history. Now, in every single comic so far, probably barring one, it's delved into their histories and kind of more dialogue between each of the people in the house that they're actually currently living in. And it's pretty hard to keep going with this. I found it really boring, actually. Unfortunately, in this comic, again, it does more of the same. I don't know whether at the end of this first story arc, I don't know whether you can really call it a story arc, to be honest, but I don't know whether they're planning to, at the end of this story arc, bring in more action and they're actually going to do something, because they've not really done anything. So for that reason, I am putting They're Not Like Us down, I'm afraid to say. If you're still enjoying it, please let me know in the comments below why you like it and what you're hoping to get from the comic. Please tell me what happens in it. I'd love to know, so keep me informed. Unfortunately, that's They're Not Like Us. That's going off my pull list. Next we have Poet Anderson, The Dreamwalker. Another comic which I thought, oh, this looks quite good. Art style is a lot like Wayward, so I thought this could be really interesting. Picked it up purely for the art style alone, knew nothing about it. It's about a boy who, when he falls asleep, and as does, I think it's his brother in this, when they fall asleep, they go into this dream world where basically, I think if you die, you can die in real life. And he has these powers in this dream world, and he can kind of come back out of the dream world back into the real world. Not heavy on backstory in this. It's pretty much action from the word go, which I thought, you know, maybe I might like, but unfortunately I don't. And the reason why, this comic feels a lot like a kids film. So if you imagine like a PG-13 film, let's say, where you've got all the typical action that happens. There's a bit of, you know, romance in there for the younger kids. It's not really that strong in terms of the feelings you get from the characters. Unfortunately, I won't be picking up issue 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure 3 is probably out now. It really didn't get me interested in any of the characters at all, any backstories. It's just literally action. So unfortunately, nice art style, but I won't be picking up Poet Anderson, The Dreamwalker after this one. If you have, again, let me know in the comments below why you like it and why you're carrying on. Again, because I'd love to get you guys' feedback if you do enjoy these things. So let me know. Finally, this is Manifest Destiny number 14. So this follows Lewis and Clark as they go around America in the new frontier and discover new animals and creatures. A couple of comics before this, I was getting a little bit, I was feeling it was a little bit dry, but this comic has actually picked up quite nicely. They kind of pick up this creature, this bird in this issue, and there's a bit more development with the crew and the characters, which is quite nice because it's been quite action-based, I feel, and I've actually really enjoyed this one. Tensions are running really high in this between the crew. I think that's why I'm starting to like it a bit more. It's not just the dangers outside of the crew, say within the wilderness, that you're starting to worry about, but actually, can this a ragtag bunch of crewmates actually keep together and do their jobs. That's Manifest Destiny number 14. Really enjoyed this one. I'll be looking forward to the next issue to see what the creature that they capture, where that goes. There's a really cool bit at the end of this comic where, I won't ruin it for you, but let's say something happens and a crew member may have been missing. Yeah, so I've really enjoyed Manifest Destiny. So that is pretty much it for my pull list from 2 weeks ago. Let me know what you think in the comments below if you've already read them. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you very shortly for the 1 week ago pull list video. Thank you ever so much. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and we're also on Facebook. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys, again, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.